Mortimer St George Kumi Planno was a renowned drummer and Rastafari elder and considered one of the ideological founders of the Back to Africa movement. He is best known as the Rasta teacher of Bob Marley, and as the man who commanded the respect of a chaotic crowd during the arrival of Emperor Haile Selassie on his visit to Jamaica in 1966. He is referred to by academics as a teacher, leader within the context of the faith given his life's work. Early years. He was born in Cuba, the youngest of 4 children. His mother was Jamaican and she took the family back to Jamaica when Planno was still a young boy in the early 1930s. His father was Cuban. Rastafari activism. He became a prominent Rastafari teacher in Kingston, Jamaica in the 50s and helped found the Rastafari Movement Association as well as the local Charter 37 of the Ethiopian World Federation. 1961 visit to Ethiopia. In 1961, the Jamaican government decided to send a delegation of both officials and Rastafari leaders to Addis Ababa to meet Emperor Haile Selassie. Razors Planno, Douglas Agan Mack, and Fillmore Alvaronga were the 3 in the Rasta delegation. The minority report of the mission differs in several significant aspects from that of the non-Rastafarian delegates, e.g., the 16th of April 1961. Later in the afternoon the Razors were invited to visit His Holiness Abuna Basilios, the Archbishop of the Ethiopian Orthodox Church, at his residence. The other delegates came along too. We discussed Emperor Haile Selassie being the returned Messiah. His Holiness the Abuna told us at the conclusion of the discussion that the Bible can be interpreted that way. We had tea and honey with him. The 21st of April 1961, the mission was granted audience with Emperor Haile Selassie I at the Imperial Palace, Addis Ababa. We were introduced to Him by the Minister of the Imperial Guard. Emperor Haile Selassie I welcomed the delegation warmly, speaking Amharic, which was interpreted by the Minister of the Imperial Guard. Him told us that he knew the black people of the West and particularly Jamaica were blood brothers to the Ethiopians, and he knew that slaves were sent from Ethiopia to Jamaica. He said we should send the right people. The emperor said Ethiopia was large enough to hold all the people of African descent living outside Africa, and he would send a delegation to the West Indies. Dr. Leslie told Him that Jamaica had plenty of sugarcane factories making sugar and rum. Him replied that in Ethiopia there was a refinery making sugar but not rum. Him thanked the delegation and presented each of us with a gold medal. All the rest of the delegation left his presence except the 3 Rastafarian brethren. Alvaronga presented Him with a wood-carved map of Africa with a portrait of the emperor on one side of the wooden case. The emperor then spoke in English for the first time to us. He said, "That's Africa. Is it from the Rastafari brethren?" We said, "Yes." Brother Mac presented photographs of the Rastafari brethren in Jamaica. Him said again in English, "Photographs, thank you." Mac also gave Him a painting of Errol Flynn's island in Jamaica. Brother Planno gave Him a woven scarf in red, gold and green. Him said, "Is it you that wove it?" He said, "Yes." He said, "Thank you again." We also gave Him a photograph of a widow and 6 children. Her husband, a Rastafari brethren, was shot and killed by the police in Jamaica. Him asked us who was taking care of them now. We told Him that we took the case to Jamaica's premier but left the island before it was settled. The emperor said that he would do what he could to help. We then took leave.